Well, in my last video I did say I was not going to do this video unless it was requested, and lo and behold, it was requested by White for McGuire, and of course I'm not going to say no to that, so yeah. So today I'm going to show you very quickly how to draw different types of dragon tails. So let's get started. So this video is probably going to be one of my shortest tutorials ever because dragon tails are not really that complicated when it comes to drawing it, but there are a lot of things you can do with dragon tails to make them look like unique or different. So I'm going to show you 3 different ways to do something unique or different with a dragon tail when you're drawing it. So this is the most basic version where you just, you know, draw a line, curve it up a little bit, do whatever you want, and just bring it all the way back. So there's your most basic tail, and there are a few things you can do with this one, like add a little diamond or triangle shaped spike at the end, maybe bring some spikes along the back. These are just very rudimentary spikes. They're not meant to look too terribly good. So yeah, that's just the basic dragon tail, you know. But then there's another type of dragon tail that you can do that I did with my heroic dragon for the first video on this channel, and that is the blunt tip tail, as I like to call it. So the basic way is you're going to do basically the same thing as the this tail, but instead of bringing it into like a pointed tip like this, you're going to end it right here, maybe make it a little bit shorter because the end would be heavier and it would be easier to balance out the weight, and then bring it down like this and almost make kind of like a rectangle, but not quite, and it's going to be a lot thicker because this would be something that, you know, the dragon could whip around and smack someone with if they wanted to. And then for spikes, if you want to, you know, kind of make them go down and get bigger as they go down, maybe add some spikes along the bottom too, if you so please. Couple lines in there, maybe put a little underbelly across the bottom, you know. These are all just very quick representations of the different types of things that you can do with tails like this. And then the final one is the finned tail. And so I've actually done a finned tail on a recent dragon that I just doodled off camera. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Yeah, here it is. The Thunder Dragon. As you can see, there's his little tail with fins along the end, lightning shooting out of the tips, but that's not what you're here for. I'm going to show you how to draw that. So drawing a fin tail is probably the most complicated of the 3 that I'm showing you today. You're going to do basically the same thing as this tail, where you just, you know, draw it down, but the tip, instead of being more pointed like this, is going to be a little bit curved. And I made this one longer than the other 2, just because. And then at the end, you're just simply going to draw some long, thin spikes out the end of, or out both sides. And this, it doesn't really matter how many you draw. And then I'm just gonna put one at the very tip, coming out of the tip of it, like this. And then going to draw some flesh in between each one. Very simple, very easy. And then let's just draw a couple short ones that come in like that, you know. It's like Toothless. And then if you want to on this one, if it's a finned dragon, you can do some more fins down the back like this if you want to, you know, kind of keep with the fin theme if you're gonna do a fin tail, you know. Pretty basic. So I mean, yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about drawing dragon tails. So yeah, there was my very short and sweet tutorial on drawing dragon tails. Hopefully if any of you had like a full dragon drawn out but weren't sure what to do with the tail, hopefully this kind of helped you out a little bit on figuring out what you wanted to do with it. And I mean, yeah, it wasn't that long of a tutorial, but I knew that. This concludes my dragon tutorial piece by piece, and I do have some very, very entertaining videos, hopefully, planned for the next few days. The one that I'm really excited about, I really want to get done tomorrow because I feel like it's going to be a really, really good one. So if you want to stay tuned for that, please do click the subscribe button and click the bell so you can be notified when it comes out, and I will see you all in the next one. See ya.